Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. So on the previous episode I was introducing you to just basic industry, and on this episode we're going to start putting down some foundation. So first off, we obviously select the foundation that we need, and this is what's going to give us the ground for this entire area here. It seems probably a little bit bad to be covering this all in concrete, but it's so extremely useful at the beginning of the game. There's plenty of open areas out there that we will maintain some more natural beauty, but for now we need to get these industries properly set up, and we want them to snap properly together as well. So I'm going to start. If I hold down the control key, the game will actually give me a fixed point for the game world's default height map for the foundation. And that's what I want to do. So I'm going to start roughly around there. It should clear this area here without us going underground. And at the same time we'll be able to snap up and move up into the hillier areas over there. Won't go too far up. I think I'll start there. And that's going to be a nice base point for us to start working on the rest of the foundation for the factory. And for that, I'm going to be working my way up towards here because we want to reorganize that entire factory area there. As you can see here, I can now start snapping to build that up. And hopefully we will not need to be underground for too much of this. But I think we're going to have several steps going on here. So I will get this basic layout done and I'll bring you back. So I have created a small platform in the center area that we're playing in here. And this will line up with our factories over here. And this is really more just to tidy up our central hub. So I've removed our initial outpost, the hub, and I've placed it in here. And I've also created 3 bio refineries. So we will remove the ones that we've created over here and we will reproduce this system. We have some power lines coming down the side here. Because we have such a limited amount of stuff we can connect to the power lines, I'm basically breaking it up into many. The 3 power facilities we have here lead into one, which connects to the main branch. And then we also have obviously the couple that are connected to the hub as well. If we do need them, they are connected nicely into that one there. So now all we need to do is to connect our belts. And we also want to do some splitting. So basically we're going to line up with the center of this one here. And making sure that it's pointed in the right direction. And then we will take some belts. And so now we have a nice belt feed going to those, which is great. Now again, we're just going to reproduce what we had over here, which was we want obviously 1 storage box. This way we can always have a buffer of plenty of the biomass. We'll create one of those over here. I'm missing a few pipes. Okay, so now we're going to place our container. And ideally we want that to be in line with the belt that it's going to be feeding from. Yeah, that's great. Fill that up. And that one. Let's go and grab some supplies we have over here. Might as well fill it up. Okay, so we'll pop all of those in there. I'm going to take 2 out of here, and then we'll put that into the main hub. There we go. And now I can connect this one. What I'll do, I'll put it onto this corner here. And then for now, I'll connect it up to that. That will now feed all of those very nicely. So we want production, constructor. Now the way I want to do this, I want to be able to basically run from somewhere over there, grab a bunch of leaves, come running up here and just drop it in. The storage container I want to be probably somewhere around here. I can pop this here, it'll clip slightly with the power cable, but that's not a big problem. And then, there we go. We can then make our belt here. I think I'll run it a little tight. Not too tight. So that's going to be feeding inwards. And we want this one to be coming out. And so our storage container can sit, I think, here somewhere. Now we can connect this up. And so, yeah, basically we just throw in some leaves. Get this one to create our biomass. And we also need to power this one up as well. Should be okay to just pop it onto this one because we have an additional. And then we can run this over here to this corner. Another thing I can do as well is the lookout tower, which is very useful. I'll take this opportunity to give you a bird's eye view of what we've just done. And so there it is, nice and clean power setup. There's a fair bit of power there. It's going to keep us going for quite a while. We've got some nice production. Once we get some leaves into that, we can get rid of those down there. And then we have that one there. We can continue building out on this one if we need to as well. Until we can get access to other power sources. So we now have our next unlock, which is the obstacle clearing, and this will give us access to a chainsaw, which we can use the biofuel and clear the wood and also leaves and things much faster in much larger areas.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the FICSIT Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated fun.
Here we have how we make it. So we just need some reinforced plates and some screws. Excellent. So we'll put that in our other hand. And as long as we've got some biomass on us, I believe it's biomass that it uses. It requires a wood biomass. I believe we can make that. Solid biofuel. Doesn't require a lot. And obviously I'll be making plenty more, but now it means we can cut the trees down, and that will allow us to make much better biofuel for the power plants that we have here. We can switch over from the leaves to the wood. Wood is much higher in productivity with the quantity that it'll give. And you can see we've got 20 wood already. A bunch of leaves with it as well. The trees, I believe, do grow back over time. It's also very useful when you want to clear an area while you're building. And it'll do it in a radius, or if you press R, you can switch it to a single mode, and then whatever you're pointed at, it'll cut down. Very specific. But we want it to be an area. So we're already up to 85 wood. And it really doesn't take long to collect a really nice quantity of biomatter that we can then convert. Especially the wood. As I say, the wood itself, I'll show you just very quickly in comparison. Let's take that off, noisy. The wood, we have 420 here, and then the leaves we have another 195. So that very small amount of cutting that we did with the leaves that we got, 300, will only give us 195, whereas that's rather small, 85 there of wood, will give us 420. It's extremely fast to convert it over. As you can see here, it's very, very rapidly converting it over into biomass, unlike the leaves. Which then means we can set up a second production line for the solid biofuel, and we can supply a much more efficient form of fuel for these power plants. Not quite so stressful on us. Another thing I want to get up and running is the MAM, which is the molecular analysis machine, and it allows us to upgrade as long as you have materials, you can then apply various upgrades to unlock certain technologies outside of the main upgrades that we have from the main hub. And you can see here, we have a tech tree that we can follow here. We've already collected some of the alien stuff. We also have nutrients as well, and this will allow us to follow a path that will give us additional health bonuses and things like that if we take damage. So if we take these, we take them over to the MAM. And let's see if we actually have enough to be able to do one of these. Yeah, so we only need that one there.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
So we have a additional tech tree coming down here now where we can have more inventory slots. We have scannable enemies. There's a rebar gun here, which is quite useful. It's a bit slow, but it does the job. And then we have a medical inhaler here, which is quite good for giving us a small boost to our health if we get hurt by any of the creatures. So with this one here, we need some biomass and an alien DNA capsule. For that we need alien protein. So if we go to nutrients, we've also collected some of these as well. My mistake. There we go. Let's start with this one here, start research. And we have to do all of these.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
So we have to find these nuts in the forest. There should be some around here somewhere.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
So you've probably noticed while we've been building there's a strange hum that's been going on near our base while we've been constructing things. As we get closer you'll hear it. And this is a slug, a power slug. So we're going to pick this up.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving FICSIT production line efficiency. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
And so we will research that one and that'll help to give us a bit of an upgrade with our facilities. And for those of you who are not familiar with the game, I will leave that one as a bit of a surprise for later. Well, after many kilometers of running around this local area, I've been unable to find that last ingredient for the upgrade, but that's not a problem. I know where they exist normally. This particular area I'm a little unfamiliar with. But for now, we can see here we have the power slugs we can do.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
And so for those that are unfamiliar with the game, basically the slugs can be converted into a little overclocking unit that you can place inside your factories. And it allows you to kind of fine balance the amount of energy and production speed that's going on. It's a bit of a balancing act, but it's really, really good. And so we're going to have to build a power shard before we can do that. I believe the power shard is unlocked here after the yellow one has been done. Oh yes, here it is. We will try to find a yellow one at some point. And we don't have a blue one either at the moment, but they are basically the different coloured ones have different strengths and will produce a certain amount of shards per slug. And so the next thing we're going to want to do is to find the resource sink bonus program here that we have. And And this will give us a factory that will take in any kind of material that you feed it, and it'll convert it into a little voucher. And you can then take those vouchers and spend them in the shop here. And that will allow you to upgrade or to unlock certain types of walls, roads, and all that kind of stuff. There's a huge amount of stuff that you can unlock in the awesome shop. It's kind of awesome. So I think this is the one we're going to select next, so that we get a head start on being able to unlock some of the more useful walls and things for our factory. We actually have probably all of the stuff that we need here to be able to do this. Yeah, excellent.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows FICSIT to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the Awesome resource sink will grant FICSIT coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go Awesome.
And so let's have a look and see. We need the sink first, so we need 15 of the reinforced. And then we need some screws as well. So I shall add those two and gather these resources, and I'll bring you right back. And so the Awesome Sink is quite a large facility. That is extremely useful at this stage in the game. To anybody, again, who's not familiar with this, basically we can take anything we make and we can feed it into this machine. It will destroy the item in the process, or I guess you can consider it as selling the item. And then it'll create these vouchers, and we can then take it and use it in this little shop here so that we can buy bits and pieces. That's a good location. And then all we need to do is to pop down a storage container right in front of this. It really doesn't matter what you want to feed into it. It'll take anything and everything. So you can just put a whole bunch of different random items in there and it won't care. It'll just feed it through. I'll show you this now. And then we need to power up the building itself, which I believe actually takes quite a lot of power, but hopefully it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So if I now feed in some random things, and then we'll select this, and you'll see here this coupon, it's counting up. So it looks like we're going to get a couple of coupons out of that, which is pretty good. We'll print them out. I'm not sure if we have enough to buy anything yet, but I can show you how this works over here. We go over here to the shop. We see here we have all sorts of management stuff, organizational stuff. I mean, the list is kind of huge. Customization. You can see here with various paintings, we've got new foundations that we can unlock. And this is my personal favorite. I like to unlock the conveyor walls. These are very, very useful when building the first factories. It allows you to build up rather than spreading out too wide. And we're going to be very restricted with our space here. I think we should always begin with our coffee cup. It's the law. And then you can see here we've got music and all that kind of stuff. So if we go to our cart and then we select buy.
Official FICSIT coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized FICSIT coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized FICSIT coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official FICSIT products can be licensed for your use from official Lhosson shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official FICSIT supplies, guaranteed.
Well, there you go. The famous coffee mug. I'm going to pop this away for now because we don't have a lot of storage space and I really need the space. But I will save up to begin unlocking those other items. Put that in there. And then we can start looking towards building our very first proper factory production line with these facilities over here. Alright, so we have the points that we need now. The first thing I'm going to do is unlock the conveyor schematics. And then this way we will be able to utilize the space far better. Now, if we go into walls, we can see here that we have various conveyor walls. And this is where we can basically create lift systems from inside the building upwards and maximize the space that we use, because we're pretty restricted here. We have a very small amount of space here. And we will continue focusing on that as well, trying to unlock more of those facilities. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. So I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, bye-bye.